Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I built that, the HDP-50 100 Joule powerhouse, and I'm going to show you about how I installed the magazine and pretty much everything, everything from ground up, how I built this. First of all, um, we started out with, you need a tuning run barrel. If you don't use a tuning run barrel, well then you got to use one of those brass barrels I showed in other videos. You can check those out. But yeah, let's get started here. You'll notice I got this piece here is cut out. There's a little piece of plastic that comes down there, and you have to cut that out in order to fit the mag tube in, the extended mag tube. And I got a little, almost like a little set screw, but I put a point on it. I filed a point. So when you put the tube in, then you just screw this in and it locks the tube in place. It stops it from spinning and pulling out. Well, that's just a secondary measure, but the cap that we use on the end, this here stops, it locks it in solid. But if you don't want it to spin, this here is going to be pretty necessary. But yeah, just a basic video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Or join the Facebook group, and you learn how to mod everything over there. Okay, first things first. Now, you're going to also need one of the Umarex tack carbines. I've got this one, and it comes with a folding stock. I chopped that off. And then you got to add a hole in here for the adapter. You Dremel it or grind it out. And also, you'll notice there's a slot cut through here. Well, that's for the magazine follower, so it can extend past where it normally goes to be extended out. But first things first, let's just put this in the barrel, or sorry, in the carbine. All right. Okay. So now we got that in there. You're going to take your Umarex tack carbine, the pin, the locking pin. Oh, sorry, also, if you notice down in the HDP, I think I've shown this before, but here, I'll take it out and do it again. Yeah, so here it is. You just have to Dremel this little part out underneath. That way this pin can slide through, and I'll show you in a minute, right here when I get this back in. Okay. So just line it up. And yeah, the Picatinny rail for this, there's a Picatinny rail. It's made to accept for the air BB guns that come with it. And it fits about 5 or 6 different models, but the HDP fits and slides right in, but it's too long to lock with the pin, so you kind of had to carve that little slot out. And then if you can see right here, see my pin, it's going through. And then boom, all the way through. So now it locks it in. It's nice and solid, ain't going nowhere. Alright. So we'll put the spring back in. And yeah, you can either use, I have different magazines built. This here's the 27 round magazine. So yeah, they'll go in like this end. And then that there's the 14 round magazine. And this is, I believe this one's 20 or 21. So we'll go ahead and do the 21 because it's gonna, this short one here won't come out of the carbine. So what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna stick this in here, line it up with the rail. You can see down, sorry, I'm out of the camera, but yeah, you put this tube in and you just gotta line it up Oh, I'm going to need another barrel on here. I got them to match the tip of the barrel, so when they come out, they come right to the barrel's edge. That way I can put my cap on, lock them in. I'll show you that one in a second here. Yeah, so we'll put another sniper extension from Home Defense 24 on. You get the tuning run barrel at Home Defense 24, and there's a few other stores that got them too. Yeah, so we'll line that up. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Hold on. Let me just undo this. Take this pin back out. Okay. I should have put this on first. So yeah, we're going to use this guy. So we'll butt that up. And then we're going to tighten this on. That way it doesn't turn. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. And then now we'll get the carbine back on. Hold on here. Where's my Allen key? Actually, I did that one for the short barrel. Oh, I forgot. I have a screw. Oh, man. My bad. I didn't even have to do that. I had a hole already in the carbine for this. Anyway, let's get this back in. All this unnecessary work. Okay, so we got this in. Put the pin back through. Line this up. Okay, we're locked in. Now, we'll take the tube here. No, I'm not going to use that one. I'll just use the 21 rounder. Oh. My follower, come out. Oh, for the love of God, why does this stuff happen in my videos? There. Okay. We'll put this in. And then, yeah, I put a hole right there, so I didn't have to take care of the carbine to do this. You really don't even need this, but... Okay. So, now that we got that in, we'll go ahead and put our follower down in. And I just gotta line it up. Okay. Alright, we got the follower in. Just gonna make sure this isn't too tight. And now drop our spring down in. Which one did I put in here first? Okay, yeah, this one goes in here. And then we put a steel bearing in. And then we put our other spring in. And connect the second barrel, the second extension. Sorry about the quality of my videos, dudes. I'm no pro. I'm not making these videos to make any money or anything. It's just to show off the work so everybody can do it. And yeah, I'm not out here to get rich or anything. I may do a store one day, but for now, everything's free that I do. Okay, so now we got that on. Now what we do is, here's that little piece I made out of a piece of sheet steel, sheet metal or whatever. So that goes in here, locks it. And you can either use the cap that comes, the end cap that comes with it, or you can put a suppressor on, mock suppressor, anything, or yeah, or another extension here. And this will lock it in place. There. There, now it's nice and solid. It's not going anywhere. Okay, did I forget to put the HPA adapter in? Oh, for the love of God. Actually, you know what? That's a quick fix. All I gotta do is pop the pin out, slide the assembly back, and then bam. If you want to see how to do all this, I have other videos on how to connect your HPA into the brass cap through Jonathan Scott, Critical Situations, Modifications, and Adapters, and he's got all kinds of new stuff coming out. But yeah, so now we'll line this back up, take our pin again, and just push it through to the other side. There, now we're locked and solid. All right, now we have and see what I mean, where I cut that slot that way, and I extended the handle on this, so I had a broken one, so what I did was I reconnected this onto it, and now it's a bit longer, so that way it can go all the way up through and all the way up through the M4 rail. We're not done yet. This is just for the longer rifle build, but you could, the 14 round magazine will come right to here, so you got a nice little shorty, nice little short carbine, and then so on. The next magazine will come to there, which is this one, and then the next one will come out to here. But all this can be buried and covered now. Same thing here. This is a standard M4 handguard. This came off the Crossman DPMS. It's a replica M4 or AR. And once again here, we had to cut the same slot following through so you can get your follower. And we got the two lockdown points right there. We also have another one right in here. If you wonder why that part's cut out, but that's to load the balls into the other mag, the short one. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put this handguard on here. And we're going to lock it down with one of these Leapers low profile 1/2-inch riser rails. We got 2 of them, 1 for each side. You'll notice guys using them attached along at handguards onto their HDR-50s, but they've only got 1. I think it's on the bottom connected. So this here, you got 2, lots of support, so it is solid as a rock once you get them on. But let me just lift this up. There we go. And you're gonna need one of these torque bolts. They're the torque Allen keys, wrenches, whatever you want to call them. They kind of look like a star. But yeah, as you can see, I got 1 on there. And look, there's no wobble, no wiggle. It's really solid. Now we're going to go fasten it with the other one. Yeah, so boom, I got my second one on. Alrighty. So, and also, when you use these extended mags, you still have this hole here. And because we got a longer spring, it's going to add more pressure with all the heavier balls, because I'm using a little bit stronger of a spring, a little bit thicker wire diameter. So when you got 20, 10, 15, 20 balls loaded, 25 balls loaded in here, every time you fire a shot, your pusher comes forward and then it allows a ball to fall out. So every time you shoot, a ball will fall. You shoot, a ball will fall. So what I did was, I just took some simple Gorilla Tape, rolled it up into a plug. As you can see, the paint's coming off of it, but that part goes up into the marker like this. You just go up in there and plug the hole with it. Right to where that line is. You can kind of feel the spring. So we got a little tension on there. There we go. Now we're past it. Okay, we're good there. And the way I keep that on there now, I happen to use this angled foregrip. So I just put this on like that. I got it cut perfectly so it lines up with there. Now it's not going. It's solid in there. As you can see. Now that'll stop all the balls from coming out. Yeah, so we just take our screw and we put just, where is it here? Yeah, and we just go through and tighten this up. Alright, so that's not going anywhere. And yeah, you can go take now your favorite suppressor and you can go on. This is the one that matches these threads. Okay. So there, you got that. Or you can extend your barrels further if you want. That's where you get a lot of the power from. One of the biggest boosts you get next to HPA is a barrel extension. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. You decorate it any way you like. But in order to send out all 27 balls, we got a carbon fiber first strike tank. I got some tape around it just so it fits tightly in certain stocks. But yeah, pretty much just screw your tank in the back and add your favorite stock to it. There we go. And I know you guys, some of you guys would remember my old stock. I used the EMF 100 stock, but this stupid cable connecting into the bottom here. No more of these, thank God. No more cables. No, the stock's not bad, but it's the cable that used to bother me. Alright, so yeah, and then you can also, I got my ASA on off here. These adapters, you can plug a CO2, you can do a CO2 ASA on off. So you don't ever have to worry about being gassed up and ruining your seals and stuff like that. And you can just gas up whenever you need it, and then you can just turn the switch and gas down. This here's a twist turn to gas, and then twist back to ungas. And yeah, that's pretty much it with this build. Now, put your stock back on. And yeah, so if you're going to use that 27 round, you're definitely going to need this tank, but you can use a normal 13 for any of the other two magazines. But yeah, guys, this build here will set you back around, you'll be right around the 100 joule mark with this build. There's no power kit installed in this one. I have one of my other HDP and HDR-50s, but for power, you're not getting no power. It just helps a little bit with performance. Shorter pin, less wear on the O-ring, sliding in and out. But, yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this. I have lots of videos of me shooting this, so... these are Gen 1 valves, so I'm going to increase the pressure a little bit, and I hit 112 joules. I'm going to be pushing for like 140 or something, and I'm going to see if we can crack the 150 mark. With these Gen 1 valves, we've seen over the years guys using up to 2,000 PSI, and the only thing that fails is the O-ring will blow, and you just replace that and tone your PSI down. That's a good indicator. It tells you you're using too much. Other than that, if you're shooting O-rings out, you're probably not lubing it enough. Every time I reload, I make sure to drop like 5 or 6 drops of the silicone in there, but I'll probably put a little bit more with the higher magazines. But yeah, guys, you just decorate it any way you like, and you've already seen I've had about 6, 7, 8 different builds with this, and they all look like different guns depending on how you furniture it and stuff. You can take this you can take the handguard off, and you can go with just a nice short carbine. You can stick an HCI tank. Like, this isn't very long. You can I still got room to push this tank up, or sorry, the stock up. It's nice and comfortable in the shoulder. If it's too long for you, yeah, you can always go with a shorter mag and then use a 30 or a 9 CI tank. But I find these are fine, and I'm just an average size guy. I'm about 5'10", so. Yeah, anyways, guys, there it is, the HDP. You guys all take care and stay safe. Have a good one.